and welcome to this new level number 15. So we'll begin with unit 9, and in general in this unit you're going to learn to describe a service, and number 2, to make suggestions. Okay, so let's begin. In this first lesson we're going to talk about key expressions and vocabulary regarding the unit. And as you can see here, I have 2 columns, the left one and here on the right, and we have different activities, right? Things you might do yourself, but maybe others can do it for you too. But anyway, we have here 3, 6, 9 different activities that you can do yourself. For example, clean your house. Clean your house. I clean my house every weekend. Wash your car. I wash my car twice a month. Fix your computer. I fixed my laptop last week. Change your car tire. I changed a flat this morning. Repair your phone. I repaired my phone yesterday. Take care of your pet. I take care of my pets all the time. Print photos. I printed some photos for an album. Cut your own hair, and well, probably this could be a disaster, so don't try it, but maybe some people do. So I usually cut my hair. And finally, paint your apartment. I painted my apartment last year. Or I painted my apartment last year. Okay, so all of this vocabulary has to do with activities and how you can do them yourself. But these same activities, you can have someone else do them for you. Okay, so this is what we call a service, right? People or someone else doing these activities for you. You pay them, you hire them to do them for you. So as you can see, we have exactly the same activities, but in this case when someone else does them for you. For example, in the previous one we said clean your house, but in this case would be get your house cleaned, right? As you can see, we have 2 actions, 2 verbs, get and have. Get, have. Get, have, right? So I use both because both are the same, both can be used equally. So for example, get your house cleaned. I get my house cleaned every week. Well, in this case you can add the person, right? For example, I get my house cleaned every week by my neighbor. Okay? So, get your house cleaned. Number 2, have your car washed. I have my car washed twice a month, right? At the car wash. When the people at the car wash, they do that service for you. 3, get your computer fixed. I got my computer fixed last week. Have your tire changed. I had my flat tire changed. Get your phone repaired. I got my phone repaired last week, for example, or yesterday. Have your pets get taken care of. So maybe you went on vacation and well you had to hire someone to take care of your pets. So you would say I had my pets taken care of on holidays or on vacation. Get your photos printed. I got my photos printed for my album. Get your hair cut. I got my hair cut. Have your apartment painted. I had my apartment painted last year. Okay, so like I said, on the first slide we just saw the activities you can do by yourself, and how you would this is how you would express activities you do by yourself. But also if someone else does these activities for you, then this is the way, using get, right? And then depending the object, like your house, your car, your computer, blah blah blah, and then the action: cleaned, washed, fixed, changed, repaired, etc. Okay, as you can see, it changes from the present, for example, clean, to the past participle, which is cleaned. Okay, taken, cut. Okay, so it changes to the past participle, and we're going to check a small example in a little bit, so you can see how it's structured. Okay, and actually it's right here. What we have is the action or the verb get or have. I told you could use both, plus the object, in this case, for example, my hair, her nails, my computer, and then the past participle, okay, which is cut, done, repaired. Okay, so I've got 3 examples here. Number 1, I get my hair cut at Johnny's barbershop. Okay, I get, what is then my object, my hair, and then the past participle, cut. I get my hair cut at Johnny's barbershop. Number 2, again, get or have. I have. Why do I change to has? Because we're talking about third person. So she has, right, have, her nails, that's the object, and then the past participle, done, every month. She has her nails done every month. And number 3, we use had. So it could be in the present, like I get. It could be in third person, has or gets. And it could be in the past, I had. So it is the same have, but not in the present, but in the past. So the object, my computer, and the past participle, repaired. I had my computer repaired last week from a virus. Okay, so this is it for talking about services or things that someone else does for you. I also told you that we're going to talk about making suggestions, okay? So for making suggestions, we could use different ways. The first one is with the modal and a verb, okay? So for example, let's say I talk to you, we're talking, and then I mention, I say, I have been gaining weight. Okay, maybe I eat a lot of pizza, burgers, etc., and I've been gaining weight. So maybe the suggestion you could give me would be, well, maybe you could visit a nutritionist to help you. Okay, maybe you could, right? That's my model, could, and visit is my action, the verb. So maybe you could visit a nutritionist to help you. This is the first way to make a suggestion. We also have another way to make a suggestion, which is with gerund questions. So what is a gerund? Remember, it is anything that has ing, gerund. And obviously it is a question. So your suggestions are going to be questions. So for example, I say, I want to meet new people. And maybe your suggestion could be, well, what about going to the gym? Right? Maybe I could make new friends at the gym. Okay? Or maybe you could say or ask, have you thought about taking karate lessons? So maybe during karate lessons I can get to know more people, right? Because maybe other people are signed up for karate classes. So again, gerund questions. Well, what is the question? What? What about? Or have you thought? Okay, and we have about, and then the ing, going or taking in this case. So what about going to the gym? Or have you thought about taking karate lessons? Okay, that would be another way to make a suggestion. And another way is with negative questions. Okay, making suggestions with negative questions. So if I say, for example, in a conversation, I want to get a better job. Maybe you could suggest and say, well, why don't you study a master's degree? Okay, well, a master's, right? So we have the bachelor's degree, And obviously, if you want more opportunities, well, you have to continue studying. So maybe a master's degree is the answer. So the question, or the negative question in the case, would be, why don't you study a master's degree? Okay, why don't you study a master's degree? Okay, so that's another way to make suggestions. Okay, and another one is with infinitives, right? Infinitives have to, okay, to, and then the action, to take, to watch. For example, if we're having a conversation and I say, oh man, I want to learn another language. I want to learn another language. Maybe your suggestion could be, well, one option is to take a language course. Okay? One option is to take a language course. Or you could say, it might be a good idea to watch videos and listen to music. It might be a good idea to watch videos and listen to music. Okay? So you can also make suggestions with infinitives: to take, to watch. All right? So this is the end of this lesson, and I will see you for the next one, to have or get something done. Okay? Well, have a nice day. See you later.